Right now, elsewhere, and Marcus Rashford has hit out at his critics, saying, if you ever question my commitment to United, that's when I have to speak up.
The Manchester United player has faced questions over his attitude this season, having scored just 5 times in all competitions, following his career-best 30 goals last season. While off the field, his conduct also received scrutiny when he missed training after being pictured in Belfast the night before. Rashford made his comments in an interview with the Players Tribune, and he posted a link to the article on his social media accounts with the caption, "Few things I would like to say."
And he defended his commitment to the club, saying, it's like somebody questioning my entire identity and everything I stand for as a man. I grew up here. I've played for this club since I was a boy. My family turned down life-changing money when I was a kid so I could wear this badge. I can take any criticism, I can take any headline, but if you start questioning my commitment to this club and my love for football and bringing my family into it, then I'd simply ask you to have a bit more humanity.
Rashford also believes there is a tone which other footballers don't get in media coverage about him. And he put that down partially to his child food poverty campaign, which prompted a government U-turn in 2020.
Yeah, he said this. Seems like they've been waiting for me to have a human moment so they can point the finger and say, see who he really is. I'm not a perfect person. When I make a mistake, I'll be the first one to put my hand up and say that I need to do better.
It must be so difficult for a player to hear that levelled against you week in, day out. And he does incredibly well, I think, to block out the noise. So no wonder he's had a hit back. But I'm sorry to say this, but I do think it's the fans sort of questioning his performances and his body language and what he's doing on and off the pitch as much as it is the critics on this occasion. And I love Rashford.
You can't really gloss over the issue that he scored 30 goals last season. And he scored, I think, 5 this season. And people are curious, I think. It's not just Manchester United fans. People want to know what has happened this year. And in all the thousands of words that he wrote in that Players Tribune article, that there was a lot about his childhood, about his commitment to the club. There was a lot about taking buses to training. I think people would have appreciated a little bit of insight, I think, into how things have been different for him this season. He's talked about struggles. He's talked about mistakes that he's made in a slightly vague way. And the fact that there's not been a little bit more detail fleshed out into why his output this season hasn't quite been there, why he hasn't quite looked himself on the pitch, I think people would have appreciated that. I like that he fights back. I like that he goes into the media and he doesn't stay silent. He wants to take the initiative, but I think it does kind of need to be it needs to be seen for what it is, which is a way of trying to wrestle back the narrative.